Today I closed another gold strangle. It's part of a series of future strangles that I do. I keep them different contracts going, and soybeans, oil, and gold primarily. Sometimes I'll do futures contracts on currencies, and every once in a while wheat. But I try to keep a certain outgoing. My goal is a certain income per week. When I entered this particular oil trade, and I'll switch over to the trade sheet in just a minute, but it was on this candle here. This is the weekly chart. It was on 215 when I entered it, and it was really trading probably about in 77.54 is where the actual price was. It was down toward the bottom of this candle. And what I did is I sold the 107 call. I went out to about 60 days, I believe. I sold the 107 call, which was right in this area where this Fibonacci level is. And I sold the 50 put, which was right here. And of course, all I wanted is for it to stay between those two and for time to pass and get theta decay and no major moves in any direction on these strangles. I got out of the trade today. When I entered it, oil was trading at 77.54. Today when I exited, it was trading at 79.63. It had just moved up a little. I'm going to switch over to the trade sheet right now that you see. This is the actual trade sheet. A couple of things to notice is I have the buying power that I say that we're using is 6,000. That's toward the upper end. Unless it really starts to move against you, it won't be that high. I think the most buying power that this particular trade ever used was about $3,000. So really my annualized return is twice what I'm showing here. But I always use 6,000 on oil contracts, single oil contracts. At least I have been lately. That gives me enough room to make sure that I don't have to add to it, later, or to make sure that I have enough buying power in my account. The only reason I exited this trade is because I try to stay in these about 21 days. And I was getting toward what I call a time exit. So I went and looked at the contracts I still had open that are scheduled to close this week and see which ones are most profitable and make a decision there whether I want to keep them open or close them. Went ahead and decided to close this one. I took a smaller profit, really. I mean, 20% annualized is not that great on these for me. It fits in with my goal simply because I'm trying to get a certain amount of income per week. And by putting this in there, I'm going to be very close to my income level for this week that I was shooting for. That's one reason I closed it. The other reason is I just felt I could open another contract after the oil report tomorrow, open another contract and bring in more theta decay than this would give me. I closed it at 0.16. My goal was to close it at 0.12. So again, I'm a little off. You could have kept this trade open. It was perfectly fine where it was, and the theta decay would begin to ramp up. I had other goals for the reason I closed it. But if any of you kept it open that traded this with me, I think you're still good with this trade. It's still within the area it needs to be in to be profitable, and you could probably get the full profit target that I had initially set on it, which would look a lot better down here on your annualized gain. I closed it just for the income, trying to meet my income goals weekly. It also being part of the members portfolio because it hit that 20% return is within that 15 to 20% area that I like to have for the members portfolios. I'm shooting for that 15 to 20% annualized return level, so it also met that. So overall, I was very happy with it, and got in and out of it, made a small profit, 1.1% of the 6, even though, again, I actually only used about 3,000 on buying power if I wanted to be actually correct on this. But it's a good trade. If you have any questions or comments on any of my trades, oil trades, or my ES strangles, or any of my other strangles, please put it in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.